S&P futures are up as markets are calmed by growing expectations that Greece will not be defaulting on its debt anytime soon. In Europe, stocks across the board were in positive territory, while the euro pushed back above the $1.38 mark for the first time this week. UBS shares are under pressure, down 7% on news that a rogue trader caused an estimated $2 billion loss for the investment bank. Can this rally sustain the upward momentum? I'm Jill Malandrino, and the morning call starts right now.
Good morning. I'm Scott Rell, the Chief Strategic Officer with T3Live.com.
And I'm Jill, and together we bring you the morning call. So, the futures are up for the fourth day in a row. They seem to be shrugging off the news out of UBS where a rogue trader created a $2 billion loss, 31-year-old guy. It's the last thing that the financials need is more negative press. But Greece seems like it's going to be getting out of its default situation, so I think it's good for the market. We're following through from yesterday.
So there's a lot going on. You mix up the formula, and now we have a four-day rally. We started off on Monday. We had that reversal. Market went through 1140, came back above. We had some follow-through, and the key stocks continued to outperform. Now, yesterday, like you said, we came in. French banks actually got downgraded and went higher, showing us that this lower range is pricing in more of that bad news. And then you come in today, UBS guy hides a $2 billion trade, which is amazing that still can go on in the day in the technology age that
we've been risk control for the past 3 years
that we live in.
Right.
And then the futures are up again. So it just shows you how people want to be long stocks, people want to be invested, but we're just trying to work through all these headwinds. So if you take a quick look at the chart of the S&P, I'll show you where we're at, because on the fourth day, it's hard to be an aggressive buyer. This is what I was telling you about when we tested the lower end of that range. Here's that rising channel. Some thought it could have broken to the downside. It didn't. Let me actually give you a closer look so you could see it. And now, you had 3 days in a row coming into resistance at 1200, where we're going to be opening. Question is, can we push to the upper end of this ascending channel? But in my opinion, I think this is a spot to take some profits, not to start getting excited as far as initiating that many longs.
So not only has the overall market been performing well, I also want to take a look at the NASDAQ or the Qs, because that's definitely been a leader this week as well.
Yeah, this has been an area that traders have been watching. Every time we've been negative, has there been strength in the NASDAQ? Has high beta tech started to go green? Stocks like even Intel, Microsoft, Dell, Cisco, they're starting to actually perk up. So the Qs you'll see right here is showing a lot of relative strength, because as you can see right now, the Qs already, look at this accelerated uptrend where you saw the spiders was a lot more smoother, and it's already pushed back above, capturing the 50-day and above the breakdown point. The breakdown point in the S&P was 1250. We're only about 1200. We're already through this 54, almost getting back to even this moving average. So the Qs and tech have been the place to be. And if you've been watching the charts and been using your moving averages and using your technical rules, you would have known that that was the first place to go, the first place to actually initiate moves for the best bang for the buck.
So we have a lot to look at today. We have a slew of economic data. We're going to start to get our first September numbers. We have jobless claims out at 8:30. And tomorrow, to add to more fun and volatility, we have quadruple witching. So we have a lot to look into for today, tomorrow, and going into the weekend.